there, Deb Hoffmann, Guinness World Record holder of the largest Winnie-the-Pooh collection in the world. And today we are on location in Pooh Room 2. As you might remember, I have to database my collection so that I can remember what I have and what I don't have. And so the database that my husband Gary created for me, we recognize this room is Pooh Room 2. So if I'm looking for an item and I want to make sure that it's not something that I already have and I want to go look at the item, this is Pooh Room 2. So anyway, welcome. So today I want to share with you a couple of items. First of all, I'll share with you my sweatshirt, and this is item number 1244, and I got it from one of my favorite thrift shops in Waukesha, and that's Goodwill. And you know, I'm the type of collector that I'm not going to collect things and keep them in their boxes and keep the original tags on them. And there's certainly collectors that do that. And I very much respect that because sometimes the boxes are part of the coolness of the item. But I'm the type of collector that I'm going to rip off the tags and I'm going to wear the items. And so this is one of my items. And you know, it's not perfect. And I knew it when I bought it, but it has a little stain over here. And so as much as I love the sweatshirt and it has a stain, I really don't care. And so this is part of my collection, and I'm wearing it today because it is particularly cold in Waukesha today. So anyway, now I have to share with you two very, very cool items. One is a vintage item and one is a new item. So let me share with you the vintage item first. And boy, you're not going to find a lot of these. Every once in a while, you might find one out on eBay, and they go for a lot of money. This is actually a wooden bee that was on the top of the Winnie-the-Pooh costumes from the 60s. So if you remember, it was the type of costume and the head was oversized and the arms kind of like flapped to the side. And the cast member that was in the costume, they actually looked through the hat or the honey pot that was on top of the costume's head. So the next version of Winnie-the-Pooh costume, the cast member actually looked through the eyes and they could look through the mouth. But this one had very, very limited visibility. And so the costumes that had the honey pot had this bee on the honey pot. And so I contacted the person that I bought the bee from, and it was actually an Imagineer. And way back in the 60s, when something wasn't good anymore, they threw it out. Well, they don't do that anymore. But anyway, so he retrieved this out of the garbage back in the 60s, and because he had lost his antenna, he has a little scratch on his nose, and so he was kind of beat up. But he did share with me the story that all of these bees that were on the honey pots on the costume, they were actually hand carved. And so this was not a mass merchandise or mass produced item. And so I thought this was just absolutely fantastic. And so this is item number 3814 in my collection. And boy, I wish I had a dozen bees, because wouldn't that be a lot of fun? Or one that had antenna. So keep an eye out for the bees, because these are very, very difficult to find. Okay, now I have to share with you something that is absolutely amazing. So I think I've shared with you before that it's difficult to find new Winnie the Pooh merchandise in the United States. Disney does not merchandise or doesn't sell a lot of Winnie the Pooh over here as much as they do in China and Singapore and Japan and other places. And so I'm frequently whining about the fact that, oh, I can't get this item or that. I see it online, but I can't get it shipped to me. Nobody sells it over here. And so there was a time that Gary and I were on vacation, and we met this wonderful couple, Chris and Kelsey, and we come to find that Chris works for Disney. And so, you know, I started talking to him about the Winnie the Pooh collection, and he introduced me to a gentleman whose name is Mark, and he was willing to do some shopping for me while he was over in Shanghai. And so it was very, very exciting. And so one night he was over there, and actually it was daytime over there, nighttime for me. And so we chatted, and he did some shopping for me. And so he brought back a whole bunch of items that I could never get over here that you could only get over it was for the opening of Disneyland Shanghai. But he surprised me with one item in particular. He was able to arrange for me to be able to have the very first item that was sold at Disneyland Shanghai. And so I'm going to share it with you. And so it's a Winnie the Pooh pen. Now this is in its original packaging. It has the the original packaging on the back, or the original label. I also have one of the bags from Disneyland Shanghai, and this is the receipt for the pen, which was the first item. And because it was the first item, they also had a certificate, of which I don't know how to read because I don't read Chinese, but if somebody does, maybe you can tell me what it says, but it's to be the official certificate of the very first item sold over in Shanghai. So that's a wonderful, fantastic item for me, and so very, very excited about it. So I have another exciting thing that I want to share with you. I've decided that I'd like to reach out to more people who are watching the videos and that are Winnie the Pooh collectors and fans. And so what I'm going to do is have a contest. And so if you go on out to mostpooh.com and you click on Never Enough Pooh, which is this series, and you click on the contest link, every month I'm going to give away a Winnie the Pooh item. So please go on out to the website, mostpooh.com, enter the contest, and you can enter as often as you like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a question about something that we talked about in this episode. And if you can answer the question, your name will go into the drawing for the Winnie the Pooh item. So definitely go out, enter the contest, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you'll be the winner of a Winnie the Pooh item. So you can always reach out to me at mostpooh.com or Deb at mostpooh.com. Obviously, I'm on YouTube, mostpooh5150. You can find me on Instagram, mostpooh, as well as Twitter, mostpooh. And you can also find me on Facebook at mostpooh. So thanks for tuning in, and TTFN.